Hi, hello. My name is Matt, and I'm with Polls and Practice Press today. I'm going to work through publishing this paperback and ebook if we've got time for the second book in Victor Thyrone's sci-fi series, The Crowns of the Cosmos. So in the previous video, I went through and made this cover. We already have the text in Atticus, so I'm just going to go through the process of how to get that published in Amazon KDP. So I'm here at the main bookshelf area. We've got a bunch of our books here that we've previously published. So I'm going to go to create new title or series. I'm going to do a paperback. Alright, so book title, I've got just over here to make sure we've got Ascendant Dominion. And this is The Crowns of the Cosmos. Book 2. Right here, this is a series, so we are going to add to this. Existing series, so we've got a couple here, so Crowns of the Cosmos, main content, because this is an actual, okay, Ascendant Dominion Book 2, that is correct. Alright. Okay, that was pretty easy, don't need to do the adjustment here. So our author for this one is Victor. Make sure I spelled his name right. He would not be happy if I did not. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so now description. So I've got sort of outline of the book here. I have not read this one yet. And I think we use this to help with the back cover description. So now I'm just going to use that because I've already copied and pasted that outline into ChatGPT. So now I'm going to ask for a high converting SEO description for KDP. Alright. So now we've got specific search keywords that it's going to hit. It's going to hit all the things that we need to capture ad traffic and that kind of thing. So, alright, so we're going to copy this. Here. And we're going to go to our description. Alright. I always want to make sure it's got like the spacing correct, so that looks good. I'm going to copyright to this. There are no sexually explicit images. And then now I'm going to want I want categories. Alright, so we've got KDP categories here. Go through, so space opera, galactic empire, military. Okay, so we're going to go science fiction. Sometimes these are, it's kind of playing around with which ones. So science fiction, we've got space opera and galactic empire, and what was the other one? Military or adventure? Let's go, we'll go adventure. It's a little more broad. Okay. Save those categories. Alright, so now keywords. So these are SEO optimized, so I usually only make my keyboard is all of a sudden not working, so this is going to be interesting. We do it with the mouse. Not sure what's going on here. just basically copying all of these through. Not sure about that one, the Game of Thrones in space. Sometimes they're not big fans of alluding to other works or authors in the keywords. I'm not sure if we've ever gotten that bounced off, but it bounced back. We'll give it a whirl. There's definitely a lot of, traffic around that series. But sometimes, new authors or whatever, you don't want to do something. Okay, so this one is actually not going to publish immediately. Okay, my keyboard's working again. Alright. So we're going to do this, but we are going to schedule the book release. And this is going to be scheduled for September 9th. Okay. Alright, so we continue. Alright. Right now, we're an independent publisher, so we've been just using the free version. At some point, we'll plan to put in actual ISBNs through Ebook, but that's where we're at right now. Cream paper, we like the cream paper. This is a 5x8. These changes, we like the matte finishing. Okay, so now I need to go into Atticus and actually download the manuscript here. Sometimes I have to click this twice, so we're going to download that. And upload the manuscript. Okay. Alright, while that's working, I'm going to come over to Canva, and we're going to download this as well. So I'm going to domain, I'm going to change this to Paperback. We have different formats. So download, I want PDF print, and download that. Come back to KDP. So I don't use the cover creator because I use Canva. I think it looks a lot better. So upload your cover file. There's the paperback. And then we're going to get a chance to preview to check to see if things are working all right. Most of the time it's pretty close, and we'll go from there. So we did, Mr. Firon used some sections. Let's keep an eye on this. And then the images are also AI done with, also we used Canva to adjust that. Alright, and no translations. Alright, so let's look at the previewer. Sometimes it takes a while to load. Be a good chance for me to speed up the video. Sometimes this goes quicker than others. A few times, like, we'll pop it up really quickly. Ebook takes a while to go through the process as well. Okay, so if we zoom in here, we can see this line down here at the bottom is lined up really well with the line of the cover. This is why I put those guidelines in Canva, to make sure that worked. I want to make sure nothing is bleeding in between. It looks like this amount of space here is pretty good to this amount of space. So I think we're centered on the front cover pretty well. back cover is a little bit of extra space on the right than on the left, but I think with the little guy, I don't think it's going to be bad. I think that'll be just fine for that. Okay, I think we've got everything else on there, so that looks good. Let's take a look at the text. Make sure contents, everything went through. Looks good. Okay, perfect. Alright, so that was actually pretty easy. Got things right, and I used most of the positioning from the previous version of the book, which I had already gone through this process of getting it right, so that's not too much of a surprise. Okay, the cost per print for this book is $4.53. I'm going to save and continue. Alright, this is the last little bit. This is kind of the fun part. Just running the numbers, we're working on a $16.99 price for this one. We are going to do expanded distribution as a independent author for this. This is just something we do. I don't know if this is recommended or if people do this, but we tend to bump up all of these to a 99. Generally tends to yield a little bit additional cost for our international customers, but it's just kind of looks a little bit cleaner, more traditional pricing mechanism. Some of these that have really high dollar amounts for their currency, it's not really affecting the price that much. Alright, okay, just double check everything right here. Okay, and I think we're ready to publish. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So that was really fairly quick. I don't know how much time we've got on here so far, but I am going to just go ahead and do an ebook now as well. That will take a little bit of process and design. I end up splitting this later, but we get to save all of these things. The only thing you don't get to save is the categories. So we're going to have to go through and pick those again. Science fiction. We're going to do space opera and galactic empire. And we've done adventure. I wonder. Let's do action and adventure, maybe? No, we'll just do adventure. Sometimes we'll change these up a little bit and pick different ones, so it sort of hits different categories. Alright, so now we've got to actually do a couple of different things for the actual manuscript side. So manuscript, we need to actually export EPUB. This is the file format that ebooks use. So we're going to select that here. It will take a while to upload, and we want to apply digital rights management for a little bit of protection. And I actually have not created this ebook cover, so we're just going to go through that really quick. So I'm going to create a new size. This is the 1600 by 2560 is the standard ebook size. So I'm just going to take the elements of, that didn't work. I'm going to take the elements of this and we're going to paste it to here. So make sure we cover that whole side, make sure there's no white on that. Okay, looks good. I'm actually going to move this a little bit to the middle. In the last video, we kept it a little bit to the left because the side of the frame of the book tends to cut off the right side of the cover. So I'm going to copy here, paste this, adjust the size here, pretty good, and then we're going to copy author name. So ebook covers tend to be really quick once we've already done the other cover. So there we go. I think we're up a little bit to match that up. Okay, awesome. Alright, so this is Unit ebook. Alright, so when we do ebook, we go in and we download as JPEG. It's a preferred method here. I like to bump the quality up to 100%. And then we're back to right here. Upload our cover. Alright. So author used some AI with sections, and then for the cover we did use Gemini and Canva for the cover image. Alright, okay, so now we're also going to put in our publisher information. So, alright. Are going to, didn't have any images there. We're waiting for the previewer, so this tends to take a little bit to launch the preview. One thing that is kind of nice, which hopefully we'll see in a second, is the ebook print preview does like a spell check, which is kind of nice from a context of, an extra last minute editor to look through things. I kind of wish the paperback version did that as well, just so sometimes we'll go through and we'll do the ebook version and I go, oh, we found a mistake, so we go in and we have to upload a new manuscript for that ebook as well. So we've got previewer here. This is kind of cool because it has the look. This tends to look like there's a little bit of white on there, but I don't think there is. Yeah. It's just kind of a thing that they have there. There's the copyright page, we've got the links, and everything looks good. Up here is where you would see the spelling errors if there were any. Okay, alright, that looks good. Double check we've got everything. That's management, okay. Save and continue. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm going to select everything in there. Okay, we do enroll our author books in KDP Select because people can, if they've got the Kindle Unlimited, they can download books and read, and authors, and we get paid based on page reads. It's not a lot, but it's kind of a nice way for people to try books out. I'm going to go 70% here, and we're going to do $2.99. Okay, so we've got our royalty here at $2.06. For this book, we don't change any of these for ebooks. It's just kind of a standard set. So that's it. That is publishing the book. So in however much time we spent on this, maybe 20 minutes, we just published 2 versions of this book. So it's pretty cool. It does take a little bit of time, but you get quicker with it once you've done this several times. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and if you like this content, please subscribe. Thanks.